I have reviewed hundreds and thousands of resumes, and I see this same mistake so commonly that I thought I should make a video about it. My name is Joel Algie. I've been in recruiting for coming up to a decade. You can go verify me on LinkedIn. I've got 180,000 followers over there. Now, what I see most people do when it comes to describing their job is they literally talk about the tasks and their responsibilities. So they basically just define what it is the job that they were doing. Now, that kind of makes sense, right? I mean, that's what job descriptions do. They describe the job that someone's going to do. But the problem is a resume isn't used to describe what the job is you're doing. It's used to describe and sell the value that you're bringing to the organization you work with. So a good resume really tells a story of what you've accomplished and the impact you've made. Then the person who's receiving the resume can say, you know what, we need someone who can make an impact and can provide this similar value. Now, this applies across all fields. So talk about the project sizes you were involved in. Talk about the dollar amounts. Talk about how many people were involved. Talk about your role. Talk about what you've accomplished and what you've done versus describing what it is that you're supposed to do, like the tasks and the daily responsibilities. Think of a resume as a selling document. It's there to sell you into the position that you're looking to get. So instead of saying every single day I pick up the phone, I call 100 prospects, then I sell them, then I run them through demos, instead just talk about how many sales have you actually made? What's the dollar amount of those sales? What's the sales cycle? Talk about anything that shows how much of an impact and how much of an amazing job you've done. Now, the best part about doing this exercise is when you get into interviews, they're going to ask you specific questions about the impact and what you've accomplished. And if you've gone through this exercise and you've put that on your resume, you're going to know exactly the impact that you've made in the organization you're working with. I've had several clients do this, and they all report that they just feel more confident when it comes to the interview. They feel more prepared because they've looked at the actual numbers. They've looked at their KPIs. They've looked at what they've accomplished, and they actually gain confidence from this. So go back, look at what you've accomplished. Look at what your KPIs were. Look at what you've done, and talk about that on your resume. For more resume tips like this, hit a follow. I'd love to be connected on LinkedIn, so go find me over there as well. You can do that through the link tree on my profile.